Today started out like any other day, with research.
Kelly.
That's me. Well, no, that's Dr. Bailey. I'm Kelly.
Why do you write apple pie here in the method section?
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle used to write apple pie on his manuscripts to indicate where he wanted to edit.
Why?
Apple pie was his favorite dessert.
Ask a silly question.
Look, I want to edit this section here on the energy diagrams.
Yeah, the language over there is rather cumbersome, but if you revise that and clear up some of the language down here, I think this paper will be ready to publish.
Really? That's so exciting.
Yeah, and I see you chose to go by Kelly Grace Curtis this time?
Well, if I went by KG Curtis, people would call me a kilogram.
You really want that.
Well, what do you think I should do? K Grace sounds like a Christian rock station, and K Curtis, well...
I think you're putting too much thought into this. It's just a name on the page.
But names on pages are everything. J.R.R. Tolkien, Ursula K. Le Guin, Arthur C. Clarke. When did these authors know when to use their full names and when to not? It's not Edgar Poe, it's Edgar Allan Poe. And Herbert George wasn't good enough for H.G. Wells.
Simple first and last name sufficed for Jane Austen.
No, it didn't. She wrote anonymously.
I guess it didn't suffice.
And what about you? You publish under Will Bailey, not William Bailey.
Well, William just sounded conceited.
See?
Okay, I concede your point.
And then this happened.
Oh, by the way, I signed you up to give a talk in the undergrad research conference.
A talk? In front of people?
Well, let's do Isaac Newton. It's not going to be in front of an empty lecture hall. It's just going to be 20 minutes on research and broader impact. Oh, and there will be a panel of judges. They do like giving out awards and this type of thing.
Judges? Who are the judges?
This semester, Dr. O'Connell, Dr. Bartlett, and Carrie Ann.
You're not one of the judges?
No. That wouldn't be fair. I already know you're the best. Look, just prepare an outline of what you think's important, and we can go over it next week. Maybe you can even pick out a name to go by then. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Anything else?
No. That's it. Thank you so much, Dr. Bailey.
You're home early. How's research?
Dr. Bailey sent me up to give a talk.
That's awesome. Not awesome?
No.
Why? I thought you loved your research.
I do, but I can't talk in front of people. I'll be standing up on stage, and then they're going to be looking at me while I look at them looking at me. And then if I mess up, they're going to be looking at me.
Whoa. Rein in your horses. Breathe. Come here, set. Why has this got you more knotted up than a snake in a pencil?
What if I mess up?
Dr. Bailey would not have signed you up if he didn't think you were ready for this.
But what if I'm not ready? I'm a physicist, not a public speaker.
You tutor.
Non-physicists. These are going to be professors with doctorates, and they're going to understand my research. And if I mess up, and they're going to know, and
Horses.
Right. Reining in.
Look, the professors will understand you're an undergraduate still learning things, and even professors don't know everything. It's not like they're going to be there to judge you.
Yes, they will be. There's going to be a panel of judges whose job it is to judge me. What if they look at me and say, I have not the pleasure of understanding you, and kick me out of physics?
It's not like the judges have anything against you. Who are the judges?
Well, first there's Dr. O'Connor.
Didn't you get an A in his class?
He thinks I'm dumb.
Well,
None of you can muster up the iron will to walk up to the board and attempt this?
My will's still in the Bronze Age.
Will this be on the exam?
What do you think?
I hope not.
Kelly.
If we write r hat in terms of theta and phi, and we use the z that's parallel to the normal plane, and we integrate over x and y but leave z as constant, then that gives us this as our final answer.
Interesting approach, Miss Curtis. Tell me, what led you to work through the problem in this manner?
It felt right in my gut.
Your guts. I wasn't aware brain cells resided in your intestines. Nonetheless, that is correct. That you could have arrived at the answer in far fewer steps had you just considered the symmetry of the Gaussian. Which is a much simpler answer. Have you forgotten where your seat is? Moving on to the curl of the electric field. Assuming you can keep that straight.
I was redder than a raspberry.
But you solved the problem. Who else?
There's Dr. Bartlett. I insulted his favorite book. Hands down, worst book ever. It's so depressing.
How sad can a book be if the author is literally named Jane Smiley, right? She sounds so happy.
You'd think that, but everything about the book is so miserable. One senile father ruins the lives of his dull daughters. It's a surrender to eternal sadness.
Yikes.
So what book is that?
Dr. Bartlett.
Yeah, Miss Curtis, Mr. Canon, Mr. Brown. So what book are the three of you discussing?
1,000 Acres. Have you heard of it? Do yourself a favor and don't read it. It's very depressing. It's an absolute waste of time.
1,000 Acres, Miss Curtis, is actually my favorite novel. A timeless tale of generational trauma, burdens of the human soul, set against the American heartland. Heartbreaking, surely. Perhaps you're just a little too young to appreciate the misfortunate ironies of life.
I can't believe I told Dr. Bartlett that reading his favorite book is a complete waste of time.
I'm sure you couldn't have embarrassed yourself in front of every judge.
No, the last judge just hates me.
Hey folks, does anyone have a free pair of hands? It's physics day at the Children's Museum and CJ's out with the flu. I could really use any help I can get. How about you, Kelly?
I can't.
Are you sure? It's only gonna be a few hours and I could really use the help.
I have homework and a test tomorrow. I can't spare it.
Okay, I'll contain my disappointment. Anyone else?
Oh, well, my hands are free. Metaphorically speaking.
Look, regardless if the judges hate you or not, you are going to prove them wrong and knock this talk out of the park.
And you can see from this spike over here and this equation over here that the spin of the vacancy is actually influenced by the applied B field strength. And the source here, I can't do this. How am I supposed to give this talk to a bunch of strangers when I can't even give this talk to you?
It's okay. You just need some practice. You have a few weeks.
Hi, what are you two fine human beings up to?
Andrew, what are you doing here?
I was just wandering the halls, as one does. Heard your voices, thought I'd come say hello. Hello, Kelby and Shelby. What are you up to?
We're practicing Kelly's research talk.
Dude, you're giving a talk? That's so exciting. I love public speaking. Are you excited?
Not really.
Kelly is a bit of a public speaking phobia.
That's nonsense. Public speaking is the best. Like, it's having a room full of best friends at your rapt attention. Wait, I have the greatest idea. I'll coach you. Together, you and me. You have the brains, I have the mouth. We'll make history. Or herstory. I'll have you loving public speaking and talking to strangers so much that you'll never want to pick up another book again. What do you say?
You can use the practice.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to get comfortable public speaking, you first need to get comfortable talking to individuals. You work your way up from one to bunches. What do you think you're doing?
Ordering online.
No. Lesson 1, you always order at the counter. Here, watch me.
Hello, may I take your order?
I'm still deciding, but how are you doing today?
Rafael.
Rafael, how are you doing today?
Oh, living the dream.
Your dream is to take my order. I think you have higher aspirations in life than that, Rafael. What is your dream, and why do you work here?
Well, one day I'd like to become a conservation marine biologist.
Oh yeah? That's so cool. And do what?
Well, I'd like to start a nonprofit to protect sea turtles across the Gulf of Mexico. But, I gotta get the degree first and pay off the loan somehow.
That's awesome, man. I went scuba diving there twice. There's so many colors. So why sea turtles?
Oh, they're adorable. But unfortunately, climate change is eroding away their nesting sites, and increasing temperatures are increasing the mortality rate of baby sea turtles.
That's so terrible. Those poor baby sea turtles.
Yeah.
So, about my drink, what's good here?
Oh, all around the world. It comes in every flavor.
I'll do that then. All right, Rafael. It was wonderful meeting you today, and I hope that you saved so many baby sea turtles that you run out of names to name them all.
Why, thank you. Next. Hey, may I take your order?
Hi, Rafael. My name is Kelly.
Nice to meet you, Kelly.
So you like sea turtles?
Yeah, do you have a problem with that?
No, I think it's great that you want to save sea turtles and save the environment.
Are you like a climate change denier?
No.
Okay, well, just so you know, people all over New Orleans have to elevate their houses because of the increased risk of flooding, not to mention the inclining rate and severity of tropical storms ravaging their infrastructure. It is awful.
So you recommend the all around the world?
You know where you went wrong there? You didn't tell Rafael how you feel.
He didn't ask how I was doing.
Well, you don't say it with words, you say it with expressions. Like, I'm happy to be here because I'm smiling and open. You were like this stiff, non-emoting robot. I am Kelly. I am just here to attain sustenance. Please do not interfere with my logic processes by initiating small talk. You didn't smile once. You just had this neutral expression the whole time. Like, what are people supposed to think about that serious face?
I suppose I could smile more.
You should. You're a lovely human being. Let people see that. Also, you should listen. Their plights are your plights. If it's important enough for them to feel, it's important enough for you to listen to and respond in kind. Lesson 2, a stranger is just a friend you haven't made yet.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I mean, look at all these friends that we could be making.
You want me to walk up to a stranger and just say hi?
No, I want you to smile as you approach someone and say, beautiful day today, isn't it? I mean, look at all these new friends we could be making. Lovely day today, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. If you two are lucky, you might spot a golden eagle. They migrate through these parts around this time of year.
Really?
Yeah, it's a rare sighting, but I saw one along this very trail 3 years ago.
That's so cool, isn't it, Kelly?
It is really cool. How do you spot one?
Oh, they're mainly brown with the distinctive tail feathers of a raptor. In flight, their wings span 6 to 7 feet.
Wow, that's wider than I am tall.
Are you two students at Oakview? I spent the best years of my life there.
We are.
What do you study?
Physics.
Wow, you must be smart. Actually, I hated that class. I was a simple English major.
Well, Kelly loves books. She reads like a book a week. Tell him, Kelly.
I do.
Really? A physics major who reads? Have you read 1,000 Acres? It was my very favorite in college.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? How's your public speaking lesson?
It was fun. I taught Kelly how to smile.
Yes, she can so do that more often.
I know, right?
Guys, can you please stop talking about me in front of me and just talk about dinner instead?
Sure. I was thinking Chinese, if that sounds good.
That sounds phenomenal.
Cool.
I love
can order
Chinese.
it.
What are you doing?
Ordering Chinese.
No, have I taught you nothing? You need to be taking every opportunity you can in order to talk to people. In lesson 3, a stranger on the phone is just a friend you haven't met in person yet. Hi, Mrs. Ding, it's Andrew. I'm fantastic, and you were so right about those peppers last week. It just made the dish awesome. How are you? Oh, that's perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, no, not my regular this week, actually. So I'm with some friends, and one of them I'm trying to teach her how to talk to people. So I'm going to have her order for us. I know, kids these days, right? You're kidding. My friend always has her nose in books, too. We should get her and your son together, and then they can, not talk to people together. Yeah. Oh, she's waving at me. I guess it looks like she's ready to order. Oh, no, my pleasure, as always. Okay, here you go.
Hello? I'm 20. I have a boyfriend. I'm sure. Really? No, Mrs. Ding, I'm sure your son is very handsome, and I don't think he's chubby at all. I'm sure he's great. Orange chicken, egg fried rice, vegetable lo mein. As you can see, the minimums and the maximums of the contrast in the ODMR curve clearly illustrates the SIV site's dependence on the frequency of the applied external magnetic field.
Your delivery is much better.
Yeah, I agree. It's really welcoming.
I just don't quite get why we're talking about this.
It's my research.
Right, but like, why are you studying this? Like, I just don't get the point.
No, I concur. Like, why should I care? Where's the humanity of it?
So how do you outline a talk?
This is one big apple pie, isn't it? Well, something my advisor, Dr. Hogan, would tell me is you want to tell a story with a point. Remember the first time you came to my office?
Yes, I was reading 2001, A Space Odyssey, and we were both wearing blue.
Was that now? Well, that's not important. What is important is, did I just tell you what a quantum dot is?
No, you started talking about balls rolling down a hill.
Going to there?
Lowest potential energy.
What? I began with the context of something you already understood, gravitational potential energy, before analogizing to something new, electron potential. After which, I presented you with the problem of how do we confine electrons?
By surrounding a low potential energy material with a high potential energy material, creating a trap.
Exactly. As simple as that seems, I told you a story, leading you step by step along the way. Outlining a talk is much the same. It's like writing a mystery. A good mystery is one where the reader could put all of the pieces together if they thought it through enough. And a good twist is one where the reader sees it just before it happens. A twist out of nowhere can jar them.
Confuse them.
Right, but confusion could be good if you take advantage of that. Reinforce why something is confusing. Hang a lantern on it. Why is this strange? Bring them into your thought process, and now that they think it's confusing and you have their interest, bring them step by step along the way on how you went about figuring out what you're trying to solve. What are we trying to do here?
We want to make small, lightweight magnetometers for probing the magnetic field in atmosphere and space.
And how will we do that?
We detect the shift in energy of the photons emitted by relaxing electrons due to the external magnetic field.
Is it that easy?
No. First, we need to know what the frequency of the photons looks like in the absence of the external field.
So we have to model
electron spin states and coherent transitions due to the Zeeman effect.
Describe how we do that and you have a talk. Now bake the pie.
Our simulation successfully predicts the intensity of the ODMR curve. This can be used to develop future generations of magnetometers and can apply to calibrate novel magnetic field probes.
I understood your research.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just one thing. You need to stop looking at the board.
But my words are on there.
Right, but we are over here. Do you want the audience to look at your eyes or your behind? I mean, you won't always have a screen to look at. You should have this talk down so that way you can give it without the slides. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? As much as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? As a woodchuck could, I forget.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? This is how I do the talk. Yeah, I'm gonna show this, but there's the spike here, and then you have everything. Let's go now! I'm being loud! Yes, I'm being loud! And I'm speaking!
And you want to find which potential?
I think could chuck wood.
As much wood as a woodchuck could chuck, the woodchuck could chuck wood.
As much wood as a woodchuck could chuck, and a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Yes! Yay! Woo!
As you can see, the minimums and the maximums of the contrast in the ODMR curve clearly illustrates the SIV site's dependence. Using this, future generations can use magnetometers to calibrate novel magnetic field probes.
Good. Very good, Kelly. One suggestion. When you introduce the Limbaugh master equation, make sure you highlight the physical meaning of each term. Otherwise, very good. If you pick out a name to go by yet?
Yes, Kelly G. Curtis.
Kelly G. Okay. Well, just fix that one thing and you'll be good to go tomorrow. Okay? Andrew and Shelby, right? Your roommate's one of the best research assistants I've ever had. Have a good night.
See you, Dr. Bales. Hey, that was great. Dr. Bailey loved it.
He gave me a critique.
That was one critique. You can fix it. But you are still turning your head.
I'm not turning my back.
No, but you're turning your head. I know you're scared of looking at a crowd, but the screen won't always be there.
There will be so many eyes.
Just pretend you're going to talk to me.
Andy.
Okay?
Okay.
You know what you're going to wear tomorrow?
What do you mean?
Like, do you have an outfit picked out for the talk?
I'll just wear whatever I put on.
No. Like it or not, your appearance is going to matter. Okay? There's two things that give you distinction. Age and dress. You can either be old and wise or professional and put together. Public speaking is visual. You dress like a slob and people are going to see a slob. If you dress like an authority figure, people are going to see an authority figure.
I'm not wearing a dress.
Well, you don't need to wear a dress, but you do need to dress professionally. You're not about to look like a slob to this conference. Go pick out some slacks and a nice blouse, okay?
Fine.
No, leopard. Nope. Are you my grandma?
Okay.
Cream does not go with white. Don't even play with me. You know, I'm really starting to question your taste here. That's a lot of buttons. No, definitely not. Next. Ooh, too scandalous now. No. We're getting close. Why would you pick that out? No, we're far. That's bad. Next. It's perfect.
I finished the changes that Dr. Bailey suggested.
Sounds like you're all set for tomorrow.
I wish my mom hadn't named me Kelly.
Why?
I could sound so distinguished. If my name was Katie, I could go by Catherine professionally. Kelly is my actual name, not even a nickname. Kelly sounds so childish. Whatever I do, I sound like a kid. Or worse, a joke.
You know, President Carter's mom named him James, thinking he'd go by Jimmy as a kid. James is an adult, but he went by Jimmy his whole life. It's not the name. It's how you want it. All right, I'm going to bed. You have a big day tomorrow. Don't forget to sleep, okay?
In conclusion, the Zeeman effect probes the E field, the electric, no, what is it probe? The B field, the magnetic field. It probes the magnetic field and the magnetic field. And then you have the silicon vacancies. Yeah, the Zeeman effect.
I am afraid that in the displeasure of this presentation that I am neglecting business of importance that awaits me elsewhere. I must be off.
And I concur. I have not the pleasure of understanding you, Miss Curtis.
You shall not pass.
Of course. We wouldn't miss it for the world.
Are you nervous? How are you feeling?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the 22nd Annual Oakview State Undergrad Research Conference Physics Symposium. We almost didn't make it this year. The projector wanted to sleep in, but we woke it up. And we have a great slate of student researchers covering everything from A for astrophysics to Z for Zeeman energy, plus every letter in between. Without further ado, let's introduce our first speaker, Dale John Brown, on astrophysical bubble coherence during electric field gauge hierarchy invariance.
Ooh, yeah, Dale.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Dale Brown, and as Dr. J said,
Thank you, Sandy. All right. We are going to have a coffee refresher break before we start back up at 10:45.
You know, when I was an undergrad, PowerPoint wasn't a thing. If you didn't know your research well enough to present without a screen, you didn't understand it at all.
Phoebe, you make it sound like you went to school in the Stone Age. What next? You're going to say only real programmers use punch cards?
I got to the moon on punch cards.
As if you were there in the summer of '69.
Okay, admittedly, it's hard to prove to me you really know your stuff if you're just reading off of pre-written slides. However, that's what the Q&A session's for. Time to sink or swim.
Dr. Bailey?
Kelly,
Kelly?
you're up next. How do you feel?
I'm good.
That's good.
I'm good.
Well, I think you'll do great.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Dr. Krishna, I believe we're wanted over there.
Coffee is right here.
We've already had like 10 cups today, though.
Okay.
Not used to talking to that many professors?
I'm working on it. It's just, this is personal.
Everything okay?
Yeah. It's just, is it too late to ask Dr. J to introduce me as Kelly Curtis instead of Kelly G. Curtis?
I could do that if you all show that's the name you want to go by.
It's who I am.
Well, we won't want Dr. J introducing someone else now, would we?
No.
Okay, I'll go tell him, Kelly Curtis.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's please take our seats and give our undivided attention to Kelly Curtis for her first ever research talk.
Oh, wow. There's so many eyes. What am I gonna do? Oh my gosh. Where's Shelby? Where's Shelby? Where's Shelby? Okay, there she is. Hi, I'm Kelly, and today I'm going to tell you about measuring magnetic fields using SIV sensors. So to begin, we started by developing small, lightweight magnetometers to measure B fields. Oh no, my words. What am I gonna do?
Did you see what
Everything I prepared, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh no.
Why would I just
You should have this talk down so that way you can give it without the slides.
It's okay.
just try joining in? I'll be good.
I can do it without the screen. I can do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. As I was saying, in the presence of a magnetic field, the spin states split. In conclusion, the successful modeling of photon emissions by SIV sensors will facilitate the development of sensitive magnetometers that can help detect the slightest shifts in external magnetic fields for experimental or aerospace applications.
Thank you, Kelly. Any questions from the judges?
Can you explain why you use silicon vacancies as opposed to the much more widely studied and better understood nitrogen vacancies?
It's easier to design technologies with silicon because it doesn't need to be supercooled. Nitrogen ZPL is only well defined at super low temperatures, but silicon ZPL is sharp at room temperature.
That was a pleasure, Miss Curtis. If I could ask one clarification, you appear to be excluding phonons as a source of energy discrepancies.
Phonon transitions are spin conserving, so we don't need to consider transitions between the orbital doublets due to vibrations. Only the microwave field stimulates transitions between the spin states.
Thank you. Carrie Ann?
Kelly, firstly, it was really refreshing to see your presentation without a screen.
I did not plan on that, sir.
No, you didn't, but you did great.
Thank you.
Now, if I understand correctly, aren't low temperatures required to have well-defined ODMR features? Wouldn't that make technologies with photomagnetic detection impractical?
That's why we're using silicon, because a silicon ZPL is well defined at room temperature, unlike nitrogens.
Why is that?
SiV centers have weak electron-phonon coupling, resulting in less noise due to thermal fluctuations and better resolutions at high temperatures.
Oh, that's interesting. I surrender the floor.
Thank you, Miss Curtis, for your very well articulated talk.